for KG. If you were to ask me what I would favor for their line, or what I would be doing if I was a coach of their line of their team, I would be putting Unrun 9 on the Fiora and have KG play the Jax instead, like, you know, a reversal of role, because I really think that Unrun 9, although KG was able to get like a 3-0-3, Unrun 9 needs to be comfortable to carry KBG.
Yeah.
Same bans, same picks, all across the board for Thunder Talk. How would KBG respond?
Whoa, Twisted Fate? I actually thought it would be the Jax instead, but Twisted Fate is just insane.
Okay, so KBG is now saying that we are going to match you on the sideline. You have a global presence in the Shen, and we do have, of course, the ultimate, the Destiny plays coming from the Twisted Fate. We've seen this work for Enigma Galaxy. We've seen them dismantle, you know, a team macro-wise using map rotations through the Twisted Fate. I still have the same worry. Thunder Talk to me still has the better draft, because one way to answer Twisted Fate, although Twisted Fate is a good counter to an Akali, right? Twilight Shroud, is basically you pick an assassin. If you have an assassin to counter the Twisted Fate, it's an easy lane for you. And I don't know what's happening with KBG right now, but you know, when all things considered, it's still so easy to execute the draft here by Thunder Talk.
And this is again another target for Thunder Talk. They had a bit of a hard time taking Andran during game 1 because it's a Jax. Whenever he uses the counter strike, they have to back away from him. But this time, it's going to be an easier execution from Thunder Talk to take this Twisted Fate down. And again, fights will be forced, positions will be compromised, and Thunder Talk has the simpler draft that they can just fully go all in.
Yeah, Unrun 9 has to play it perfect. Oh, by the way, that's the newest Glorious Armada Twisted Fate skin. That is free to claim if you grind your rank games. So you, to our viewers out there, you still have time. I believe the new season will still be with us for the next few weeks, maybe even a month. Still is a long one. But again, I mean, Unrun 9 has to play perfect. He does have a very good champion right now compared to the Jax. I really like this, you know, damage wise, mid-game pressure wise. I mean, even during the laning phase, he's showing utter dominance against the Akali. But again, all things considered, you have the exec ultimatum, you have the stand united. It's just so easy to execute if you're Thunder Talk.
Just one catch on Andran and he's dead. There's no counterplay to it anymore. You can't use the flash, but they can just follow up and chase it down again. KBG needs to be making fewer mistakes this time around, because Thunder Talk, they will not hesitate in punishing those mistakes. Same situation actually happened again. This switcheroo happened for top side. So we can safely anticipate that the playthings again are going to favor Thunder Talk.
Yeah, unless something unexpected happens, like for example, a jungler shows up and does get a kill on one side. One thing positive for KBG, at least during the early phase, is that Unrun 9 is now able to get priority. This is nothing compared or very different from what happened during game number 1, in where the Jax was just not able to do a thing against the Akali laning wise, right? At least now he's able to push down the waves, which means that if there will ever be a skirmish in the early stages of the game, the Twisted Fate will be there to support right away, regardless of him, you know, being pre-level 5. He's in the perfect position to support the tone.
And that's one of the ways that they can actually answer the rotations here of Thunder Talk, right? Because they have this stand united, which helped them actually secure some of the kills initially in game number 1. That being matched right now is just perfect for KBG. Hopefully, he will not have a hard time against Z though. This is an opportunity for a push though in the bot lane, since there was a reset to Shin. But top side, KG 3-man dive. Will he fall down? Looks like the damage is not enough. He's safe.
Yeah. The fourth bullet was not enough to take down KG. But if you are Thunder Talk, you still like the proactivity, right? Like, they are the ones setting the tempo. Unrun 9, as we said, right? Just because he was able to get a priority here in the mid lane, it's a lot easier for him to respond. Imagine if he was the Jax. The Jax won't be there in time.
Though, it's gonna be fine. He has a Shroud to play it safe here in the mid lane. And despite the attempt of the Thon, well, that was a good one. But
Yeah.
again, it's an Akali.
Yeah. Free lane for Z this time. And now, Unra 9 does have lots of attack speed because of that second skill. We'll be able to get at least one tower plate on the top side. That's always an underrated skill by the Twisted Fate. Also curious as to why he built Ruby Crystal as his first item. I know that he just wants to play defensively, doesn't want to get all in by the Akali, but like what will be his item choices then? Because normally if you are the Twisted Fate, you go for Luden's Echo, you go for Lich Bane, and then RFC as your third item, right? Rapid Fire Cannon as your third item, and none of those items does have Ruby Crystal as their component. So, I'm curious.
Will he go for the sustain side? Will he try to survive for team fights instead so he can just continue to influence the flow with the gold card? I don't think it's going to be enough though. And he's going to be threatened this time. Z is waiting patiently. Thought is here though. It should be fine.
All right. And again, under 9, despite him not having mana, not having any defensive spell as well, he stood his ground. He did not even flinch and did not even need to use his flash. Good thing is that KBG's jungler was on the top side, but again, I'm curious as to what he will buy. I think there will be, an indicator sooner or later as to what Twisted Fate or Rod of Ages. Okay, so he's really playing it safer than normal, right? Rod of Ages is a buy for Twisted Fate if you just want to remain passive. And the stacking of this item takes about 5 minutes or so. So expect that the full potential of this item will not be realized until, the 9-minute mark, which means that Thunder Talk should have the advantage in the early skirmishes.
Fortunately, the Thon as well picked up the Serpent's Fang as a first item right now. So again, they can negate some of the shields here on the side of Thunder Talk. KBG, again, focusing on the dragon. We have seen them stack 3 elemental drakes during game 1. Perfect way to establish control here right now.
Yep, and now Yu just threatening to get into soil, pushes him away.
Hextech ultimatum, good use of the repose. That's the package being used. Who
Curtain
will get
call.
this dragon? It's still the Tom, but the knockup is there. The damage coming through. Yu survives. They even get a kill onto SMY. And now the re-engage comes through. KBG not only gets a dragon, gets 2 kills as well. Z a little bit late to the party, but still fully commit. Was met by a pulverize and has to fall back. But KG is still there. Will be able to escape, fortunately. But again, massive win for KBG.
And again, KBG is playing their composition as perfect as they should. They drafted this Twisted Fate to have that easy priority over the Akali, and we saw immediately as to how they play that team fight, right? Z was contrary to what happened during game number 1, in where Z was able to do a thing. In this game, during the dragon fight, he was so late. He was so late to a point that KBG already had 2 kills, 1 dragon, all thanks to the Twisted Fate pickup by KBG.
It was all perfect. It was all laid out by KBG this time around. They're ready for the engages here of Thunder Talk. Right now, SMY is taking a bit of damage here from the Thon, has to fall back, and looks like it's double objective opportunity for KBG. Shin joins. Yu though is threatening, has the unstable will, but it's taking too much damage. That's a steal by XY. Perfect here for Thunder Talk to answer back to get 1 kill. It's now even.
And now Thunder Talk is again presented the same opportunity as game number 1 to use this Rift Herald here in the mid lane, open up the map, make it a lot harder for Unrun 9. And that's a backbreaker if you're KBG, because you definitely wanted to secure that one out. Immediately, Rift Herald gets summoned here in the mid lane, and if you are KBG, you cannot do a thing about this. Shelly charging in, taking down the tower, and that's again a massive swing of gold and tempo towards the side of Thunder Talk. Let's look into that replay once again and see as to how XBuy perfectly just played this, right? Like, he was pushed away, doesn't matter, walks in, dashes in, and waited for the perfect opportunity to smite it at 1k. Did he just combine the auto attack onto the eye plus the smite? Because we all know that the maximum damage of a smite is 800. It's not 1k. Yeah, so it's a perfectly executed smite, and of course an auto attack for sure.
And untimely for the Ton as well, right? Because the RH was facing him instead. The aggro was on him. That again is an opportunity that ThunderTalk did not hesitate to take. But the kills are coming through to the Kazakhs though. So that is again kill pressure that KBG now possesses.
Yeah. And again, the perfect adaptation is them going for the Serpent Fang. I really do not understand, you know, junglers not... Oh! Hold that thought. Oh, you messed up!
Oh no, no knockback this time around though, so the follow-up wasn't actually there. And now it's being punished. Curtain Call comes through. But the Thon is just holding everything right now. It should be fine. But again, an opportunity this Wade instead, because just because of that one miss-up.
Yeah, he pushed the cannon minion. Slip of a finger. Not something that you expect from the support god in UU. But if you're ThunderTalk, you take those, right? Like, those are the small breaks that you would need every single time out. And just because of that blunder, ThunderTalk was able to get a tower on the top lane. Z also has a free lane here in the bot lane. We'll be able to chunk down this tower. Less than 1k health. And again, the massive tempo swing towards the side of ThunderTalk. They're now in the goal lead of at least 2,000.
And this is why you should not make even the slightest mistakes when you're battling against ThunderTalk, because they will punish you heavily for it. Right now, KG will be met by two people. Xby's here, the flash comes through. They're happy with that.
True. ThunderTalk, so far, not pulling the trigger, respecting the riposte coming from KG to really cancel out the Hexac ultimatum. But if you're KG, up to how much extent can you avoid all those all-ins coming from ThunderTalk? Yeah. Because sooner or later, like he has to use that riposte, and by the time that he used it preemptively, Shin will not hesitate to go in. So far, we are entering a lull state, and Shaoma already has picked up the package, which means that Dragon is going to be contested right here, right now.
Infinity Orb completed already here.
Oh no, Shin is dead.
Oh no, that is huge here. Hexac ultimatum to buy some time. The shield is still being commenced. He survived for such a long time. And it's okay. Now ThunderTalk though being threatened. That's the grand challenge. Healing to help the other members of KBG. Z forced to go back. The gold card is there. The slow did not connect though. So he should be able to escape. It does connect the very end. Will you go in? He does. The healing though is just perfect. But the spikes is there from the Thon. That's now 3 kills that KBG was able to take. Shaoma doing a lot of damage. And Reason comes through. The Thon can jump. He doesn't. But Xby is the only one left.
That's 4 people that KBG was able to get just because Shin's pathing was definitely not the right one, right? He pathed towards the dark side of the map, did not expect the Alistar to go all in. And if you are the Camille, you're not tanky enough to really survive this engages. Although at one point, I mean, there was that destiny on top of his head. Like, oh man, he was spotted all throughout the time that he was walking in, and immediately the response by KBG is to just take down whoever was in front of them. One by one they go down, and one by one KBG was able to get the kills.
Too much resources was spent on Shin just because of that one big mistake. And the casualties are huge as well. That way, KBG was able to secure 4 kills. That's just insane.
Stand
right
United?
Now, Soil being used to Stand United around. Andran is going to be in trouble. That's everyone on top of him, but still he was able to escape thanks to
Curtain Call?
Z is now here. Curtain Call as well. Diswaying every single member of KBG. They are slowing them down. They should be fine. The ThunderTalk still is okay.
And again, the decision making by Unrun to not really go over greedy damage-wise and go for Rod of Ages and also Stacy's Engine immediately after buying the first item is a testament as to how good this player is. He's not just good micro-wise, he's also good when it comes to decision making. He knew right away that the only way that he dies is if he gets Hexac ultimatum. And immediately he buys the perfect item to counter that as early as 11 minutes or 10 minutes, and just because of that play, he was able to survive, and no casualties for KBG whatsoever.
ThunderTalk looking for more opportunities though. They're not satisfied with the position that they are in right now in this game. KBG is the one leading the gold. Very contrast to how it was in game number 1. KG matching this hour up without any contest is just perfect to extend this lead.
Yeah, this is on patch 4.2a, in where this is the Hullbreaker in its full potential still, right? Like we have to remember on patch 4.2b it got nerfed very hard, but here in this patch, Hullbreaker is still a good item buy, and yeah, right now KG is maximizing every bit of it, especially on the Fiora, to get the tower count towards their advantage. Now, if you look at the goal lead, it's almost equal. Like it's a level playing field between the two.
Oh, Z gonna be threatened this time around. Perfect use of the Destiny, still being spotted out. Tries to heal.
Okay.
Gold card connects. One more auto attack should do the trick, but Z
What?
still survives and has the shield. The Taunt is
No
dead.
damage.
That's a double kill for X by. Oh my lord, that outplay was just insane. No damage, yeah, from the Twisted Fate, and another opportunity for Thunder Talk.
They're spotted on a ward though, and you can engage anytime.
They
Shin?
will try to bash him up. That's this grand challenge being used. They are trying to bash
Here
them
comes Z.
through, but they are still
Here
better
comes
in terms
Z.
of numbers. And
Oh,
here comes
no.
Z. Indeed, gets the kill, gets 2 kills picked up. Now Shama's the only one left.
Yeah. One Corki can do massive damage, but one engage can easily end up killing this Corki. Where's the engage? Exhaust being used onto soil, teleports coming in, and Shin being targeted by the Corki. Baron already secured.
He's buying the time, and now here comes the punish. They try to go on the Taunt instead. Turns onto Xiaoma. Will actually fall down. The answer is no. They get the Shen instead. Curtain call confused. SMY looking for an avenue where he can go in. But looks like they're going to be happy with what they are able to take. Still, the Baron secured by Thunder Talk is just perfect here for them.
Yeah, it all started with one glaring problem. That is Twisted Fate's damage. You look at his items. Rod of Ages plus RFC. No damage at all. And, you know, Z surviving all of that was because of the build that was built here by Unrun 9. You cannot fault him. He needed to survive. But, you know, at that time, he needed more damage for sure.
Is more of a utility champion that has a little bit of sustain, and now it's being threatened once again on the third dragon. That's a stasis, that's a steal here by KBG. They will secure the third dragon, but still, they need to fall back. The damage is coming through from X. The rest, as Z finds the opening, gets the double kill as well. Soil dealing the damage on the backline, chasing KG. But will be met by the Taunt. He should be very careful. There's a knock, there's a follow through. Will Soul survive? The answer is no. And KBG survives.
Okay, but 4-man strong here in the bot lane. Soil being overconfident and was too far away from his team. Immediately got punished by KBG. 3 versus 4. But with the Baron empowered minions, can they do it? Can they push down this tower in the bot lane?
Tower falling down quickly and swiftly. KBG, they cannot do anything at this point. They have to give it away.
The only positive for KBG is, again, they were able to get a second dragon out of the game. That's the Ocean Dragon. But we look into that team fight. Massive engage coming from SMY again and again and again. That Hextech Ultimatum is going to be a problem for everyone, right? Like, I mean, what do you do? There's a Hextech Ultimatum locking down one member. At that point, formation of KBG already got dismantled, and Thunder Talk, their pick composition, similar to what happened during game number 1, has proven to be a very superior draft. KBG again went for the Twisted Fate, was doing good in the first few minutes. Like in the first 11 minutes of this game, they were doing so good. But because of that blunder on the top side, in where there was an overestimation on the damage of Unrun 9, they got punished and punished hard.
And now they're the ones on the back foot. They're the ones right now being pushed to their limits. SMY though taking too much damage. And he's forced a little bit back.
Call again.
Zoning them out. Yu is there for the pushback. KG has used the Grand Challenge already, so that's big ulti no longer available for KBG.
Yeah. It will be on cooldown for the next 60 seconds or less. But Thunder Talk again, this Jhin pickup by them has been so integral for them as well. Because, I mean, Soil can engage or can just open up the team fight from a mile away. No threat whatsoever from all the other members of KBG, because your front line is also as scary as you. Like, there's damage coming from the Camille. Even the Shen can, have a decent amount of damage. Not to mention the crowd control coming from the line of a Thunder Talk is just all across the board superior to KBG. It's not yet over for KBG though. But
not yet over. Yu gonna be fine still here. KBG needs to overcome this. They need to find the avenue. They need to find a counter position here against Thunder Talk, but it's still going to be extra difficult Thunder Talk right now, the space of the game, still able to get this third dragon away. Or at least one stack of the 3 dragons that KBG supposedly was collecting is now being threatened for the possible final fight right now. Because Elder Dragon is available. KBG needs to be extra careful. They cannot give this away this time.
Package being used, and I'm back here, Kyung, and like right now, again, Thunder Talk is just maximizing everything that they can maximize on the map while starting the Elder Dragon.
Fiora's dead.
But if you're KBG, you can start to really challenge this right here, right now.
But you don't have the Fiora this time around. Z took a bit of damage, has to use the stasis. Sham still free hitting, and will be fine. Destiny comes through, but Shin is pushing onto the top side. They need to stay there. Andra needs to stay there, and Thunder Talk knows it fully, and they're pressuring out for the Elder.
KG being dead is a big blow towards KBG. And so Thunder Talk with the teleport play, they just want to secure this Elder and finish it right here, right now.
Oh,
Can KBG contest?
Datan is just waiting for the perfect opportunity to strike, but they actually turn onto KBG.
Okay.
Yu's dead! No more pushbacks! And now they need to escape.
Oh, no.
Zito
Soil?
will get taken down, doesn't have the stasis anymore. Soil as well is very much low. The cards are coming through, the punches are coming through from KBG.
Resets.
They're chasing them down, the resets are here, yeah. And Andrad pushing the front. Shamu is there as well. Oh no. X-Buy, can you go with the seal? I don't think it's going to be possible this time around. Suddenly KBG took full control.
X-Buy still being alive is a threat by itself, but no! It does get secured by KBG Elder to them!
Stasis is gonna be used. Shama is angry. He wants to get the kill this time around. Gets 2. The jump around. The ton kills him as well. And Thunder Talk is met with casualties.
Oh man, Thunder Talk just got over eager and went for the turn, even though, you know, the members of KBG was so far away, and immediately KBG was there to punish. Resets happening, Nexus going down as well.
Here comes the flash, but he focused on the Nexus. It's not enough anymore. You make one mistake and KBG takes it away.
Oh man, that's a big blunder. That's a big blunder for sure. Like if you are Thunder Talk, you know that you had the game